Hi everyone, I'm Nancy Novak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am in the middle of getting ready for a craft show, and I posted pictures of my Hershey Slider candy bar holder, and people were interested in how I made those, so I'm going to do a quick little video here to show you. So this is how it works. I have a Hershey bar in there, and it just slides out. Pull it on that ribbon, and it's quite easy, and let's get to it. So I have a piece of cardstock that is cut to 5.5 by 6, and I scored it at 1 3/4 and 2 and 4 1/4 and 4 1/2. You do not have to score it though. You can just take your Hershey bar and kind of just fit it like this and then crease the edges, and it will be just fine. You don't have to score it, but I was making so many of these for my craft show, I did score it. It was nice and easy. So we got that done. And then I took a 7/8 inch punch, and you can use whatever size punch you have that will fit your ribbon. You can use a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch, whatever you have. And I just put it in there and I punched that hole. And I am going to punch this in stages because at the end you have to have a hole that goes all the way through these layers, and it's just too thick to do it all at once at the end, so I'm doing it in stages. So then I'm bringing in a piece of designer series paper. So choose whatever matches your cardstock, whatever you have on hand. This is older paper that I had left over, so I'm using it for the craft show. And this is 5 inches by 1 3/4. And I'm just going to snail that on the front of this cardstock and put it right in the middle here. It fits nicely right in the center with a little border around the edge. And then I'm going to flip it over, and right there is where I need to punch my hole for that paper we just added. Okay, then I'm going to add some tear and tape to seal this up. So it's double-sided tape, and I'm just going to put 3 pieces along the edge. I don't need a whole long strip. You don't need to use more than you have to, and this will hold it up, hold it closed just fine. So I'm going to do that. Peel that off. And then just close it around our candy bar. You don't have to pull real tight, it just fits nicely. And that candy bar will just slide out. Okay, so now I still have to punch another hole for the back. So I am just going to line my punch up with that hole that I already have done and give it a punch. As you can see, it is hard to punch. There. So that is ready. Then I'm going to bring in a piece of ribbon. So this is 18 inches long. So I'm going to just put that on my Hershey bar. This Hershey bar is the 1.55 ounce Hershey bar, and I did fold down the top, and I taped it so it doesn't, so the little flaps don't get in the way when you're sliding your candy bar, and they don't show when you're all done. So I just tape those down really quick. Put my ribbon around it and slide this in to the holder. And then you're going to pull the ribbon out of that hole on both sides. And kind of even up the ribbon up here at the top. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie it in a double knot. Pull this out to the side a little bit like that. Pull it real tight. And then I like to make the edges go the same way. So that one we're just going to trim a little bit. And that one we're going to trim a little bit. Then we'll add our sentiment. So what I did was I stamped Fa La La on a piece of Very Vanilla cardstock. This is already put together. I don't know. So here's a plain piece of, oh, there's one right there, Very Vanilla. And I stamped Very Vanilla, or I stamped Fa La La. I used the Sincerely Santa stamp set, which is new this year from Stampin' Up. and then I put it on a piece of cherry cobbler. And the cherry cobbler, I punched a scallop. Let me show you these framelits that I used. So for this one, I used stitched shapes, which is this set right here. And it has 4 ovals, 4 squares, and 4 circles. So I chose the oval, and after you run it through the Big Shot, it leaves this little stitched edge all around it. So that's kind of pretty. And then for the next one, I wanted a scalloped edge. So I used the layering ovals. So these, there's like 15 of these. Some of them are smooth and some of them are scalloped. So I found one that fit nicely around that oval, and I just ran it through the Big Shot, and I snailed these 2 pieces together. And now I'm going to take a dimension, 2 dimensions, and pop that on the back. And I put it right there up at the top. I just covered the bottom of that hole up. And there you're done. Just slide it out. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, these are fun. You can make them for all different occasions. Very simple. I will have this posted on my blog in a couple days. I will have the supplies that I used and the length of the ribbon and all the paper that I used. This paper is older paper, but there's so much beautiful Christmas paper out there that in the new catalog, I'm sure you'll find something. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, contact me. I would love to help you with all your stamping needs. This is my blog, www.stampandshout.com. Please click subscribe and share my posts. I appreciate it. And until next time, don't be shy. Stamp and shout.